Sri Gurubhyo Namaga children, you are welcome for online class Ekalaiva. 11th standard children, we have completed first unit and started second unit poem, and first part had been over. This is your second part. Poem we are going to see today. Confession of a born spectator. So, we already know that a spectator is a person, he is asking sorry that he is not a good sportsman, but he is very happy to be a spectator, to watch other sports and games. So, he is giving his suggestion why he is being a spectator. So, we are going to see the second part now children. In the first part we learnt a jockey, that a person who is a horse rider, and as well as a person who is just having an athlete and a boxer. We were talking about these three personality, how they have won the praise, and they are just for the pomp, for their praise, or for to achieve their goal and to be a personality, famous personality, they are achieving those things, but they have forget to analyze the other person's feelings. So, that had been said by the poet, and he is going to continue, and we are going to see the second part what he is sharing. Let us see. Okay, Confessions of a Born Spectator. So, here athlete is shown to you. So, how he is running with his limbs. Okay. So, Frederick Ernest Nash was born on 1902 on August month, and he died in the May 1971. He was an American poet. He was very famous for his light verse. The poet of this poem is an admirer of the sportsman, and he is just feeling very happy to be a spectator than to be a sports personality. In this poem, the poet talks about how people choose to opt for different sports from born, after an infant is born, and what happens after it is just reaching, and they were just making a zealous. Athletes play rough games without even caring for each other's feelings. So, they are just doing it without even caring of others. Okay, the poet says he derives satisfaction but does not wish to exchange the place with them, as wisdom wins over ego. So, he also says the player, while playing rough and noisy games, they get hurt or injured, such as snapping their knee and cracking their wrist. When their players get injured, the official who watch them play demand for the doctors to treat the injured player. So, here they are not bothered about the feeling of the injured person. The poet feels thankful that he is not playing, otherwise he too may hurt himself and others. So, he is not playing, he will hurt others, or he will be hurted by others. So, the poet wishes to have a drink or a meal with the player. As a spectator, he does not want to compete with them. He concludes the poem saying, he is neither a sportsman nor an athlete. Okay, so we will go for the fourth stanza. Well, ego it might be pleased enough. So, he says that his ego must be feeling very happy in that. Well, ego, what do you mean by ego? So, a person will be having a ego in his mind. So, I have to win. That person must be praised by others all. So, there is a positive ego, which means they have to get everything. So, well, ego it might be pleased enough, ego will be pleasing enough, but zealous athletes play so rough. But zealous athletes play so rough. But zealous athletes play so rough. What happens? Zealous, the happiest players, their athletes play so rough, they are playing so rough. And they do not ever in their dealings consider one another's feelings. So, here they do not ever in their dealings consider one another's feelings. I am glad that when my struggle begins, twist prudence and ego, prudence wins. So, here in this 6 lines, first 4 lines is talking about the other sports personality, and last 2 lines talks about the poet. So here he says that, well, ego it might be pleased enough, one must have a ego and it may be pleased others, and but zealous athletes play so rough, but zealous athletes play so rough, the zealous athletes play so rough, it is so rough, they do not hover in their dealings. So they do not hover in their dealings, they are not showing anything. Consider one another's feeling, they will be considering one another feelings. So they are not even consider about their one another feeling. So they run and they get a praise. They want to box and hurt others and get a praise. And they want to be a horse rider giving one to the animal and they want to reach the first praise, and they not bother to feel about the next person's feeling. So that had been very clearly he is saying. So here consider one another's feeling, they are not considered about one another feeling. Okay, I am glad that when my struggle begins. So I am glad, I am happy that when my struggle begins. So I am very happy that when my struggle begins. What is the struggle he is having? What is the struggle he is having? He is having a struggle that ego tells he also want to be one of the sports personality or an athlete, but your prudence, the wisdom which he is having tells him, and ego and wisdom is there. When he thinks about the ego and get the praise like others, his wisdom tells that they are hurting others, you must not do that. So here the prudence wins, the wisdom wins that they are hurting others, that he does not want to do. So it is very clear, children, you understand this stanza? Yeah. So I am glad that when my struggle begins, twist means there is a twist, you will be having a conflict in your mind, there will be a fight. So when any action you are doing or anything you are going to do, your mind will be having a conflict. This is good, you must not do, you must do, and this is wrong, you must not do. So that the conflict, good and bad things will be analyzed in your mind. So the poet also having like that. So what is that? The ego and prudence. Prudence is a good mind. It says that somebody is hurted, and that ego is I have to get the first praise. So here the prudence wins the ego. So he was very good and he was only a spectator, and he is asking sorry that he is not being a participator or like a sports personality. It is very clear to you? Okay. So here you can see that enough, rough is an alliteration, dealings and feelings, and begins well. So here AA, BB, begins and wins, see. So okay, so it is clear. So you are having AA, BB, CC in this stanza also. Okay. When swollen eyes meets gnarled fist, when snaps their knee and cracks the wrist, when officialdom demands, is there a doctor in the stands? My soul in the true thanksgiving speaks for this modest of physic. So here the poet feels very happy that he is not participating in the ring, because he had been saved. His physique is very weak and he is not having that much physique. So here he says, when swollen eye meets gnarled fist. What do you mean by swollen? What do you mean by swollen? Swollen means already there is a bulge in your eyes. Already one had hit. His eyes were swollen because of that, and eyes meet snarled fist. Fist means your this part is called fist, and you will be having claws, and already got one hit by somebody and he was having a swollen, and now again next time he meets the snarled, very angry, strong fist. It was just going to hit. So here it is a strong fist going to hit, for he is just going to meet. when snaps the knee. So what happens? That snaps the knee. When you get an hit and that your thing is just bending and you are getting a snaps, you are making your things bend the knee. So here, and cracks the wire. So your wrist, here you will be having a wrist, your hand will be having a wrist and that will be cracking. So when you are going and eating, their body will be strong and your hands will be break, or they will hit on your hand and your wrist will be just broken. Your bones all will be broken there. Okay. When official dumb, so what is this official dumb, like kingdom, like that official dumb. So here the person who is conducting the game or the ring or the boxing thing, there people will be there and they will be just called as official dumb. Official people will be there and they will demand. What will be their demand? They will be asking, is there a doctor in the stand? In the stand means in that place. Whether doctor is available to save the opposite person, boxer, who had just fallen down. So they will be calling the doctor to give a treatment. So is there a doctor in the stand? So they will be calling and for giving a treatment to the fallen boxer. So here this 4 lines is about the other sports personality and others, and the last 2 line is about the poet. My soul here, the poet's soul. My soul here is the poet's soul. My soul in true thanksgiving speaks. In a true thanksgiving he speaks. What he speaks? For this modest of physics. So this is the modest of physics means it's a body, and he says that this is the modest of the physics. So he is saying that you will be showing your strength on your body by just eating others. That is the question he was asking. So you can show your physique only by this. So he was asking. Okay, my soul in the true thanksgiving speaks. For this modest of physics, one need a strong body for this. So he is questioning. So if he is thankful that he is not participating, so that if he participate, he also would have got like others and the doctor would be called to save him. So here he is telling that you can show your body and strength by some other way, not eating one person. So here he is telling this. So children, it is very clear, and see here the rhyming words are frist and wrist, AA, and demands and stands, BB, and speaks and physics. So here you physic. So here it is also rhyming word, the C. So that is C, you can understand what it is. A, B, B, C, C is the rhyming scheme of this sentence. We will go for the next answer, children. Okay. Athletes, I will drink to you or eat with you or anything except compete with you. Buy tickets worth their radium to watch your gamble in the stadium and reassure myself anew that you are not me and I am not you. So here again he says that athletes, I will drink to you or eat with you. So I will be drinking tea with you, or I will be eating with you, or anything except, I will do anything with you except competing with you. So I can't come for a running race with you. So that was the idea of the poet, and he shares his idea here. My tickets, buy tickets, he is saying that except competing, even I will buy tickets worth their radium. Radium means a costly thing, and even if it is so costly, it is not a problem that I will be just buying a ticket. Radium means it is a costly thing. So even your tickets are so costly like radium, no problem, I am ready to buy a radium, a ticket, and I will be just watching you. To watch you gamble. So here actually they are, the sports or gambling he is saying. At last what he says, the sports who are participating, he says that it is a gambling, it is not true spirit, it is a gambling, he says that. To watch you gamble in the stadium. So here he says that you are gambling in the stadium, gamble in the stadium, and reassure myself anew that you are not me and I am not you. So again the last two lines is talking about the poet. He says that I am not a sports personality and I am not an athlete, so I am not you. I am only a born spectator. I'll born for to watch you all. I'll be doing that. So I am not you, you are not me. So here again in these two lines he is telling that. So here he says that athlete, I will drink to you. He is talking to the athlete and he says that athlete, I'll drink to you and I'll eat with you. I'll be just eating with you, and then or anything except, I'm ready to do anything except compete with you. So compete with you means I don't want to participate as athlete and get a praise like you. I don't want to be a athlete. Buy tickets, I am ready to buy tickets even if it is costly, and to watch your gamble, you are just gambling, I am ready to watch even that gamble in the stadium, and reassure myself anew that you are not me, and I am reassuring you a new thing, that is I am not you, you are not me. So that is the thing he says, that you are a sports personality, I am a spectator. So your thing is different, my thing is different. So again he says that you are not me and I am not you. Again he says. So till this it is very clear, children. Now I hope you understood all this. Okay. So here we will go for the glossary. Already we learnt zealous means enthusiastic, prudence means wisdom, gnarled means rough and twisted, physique means body, drink to you means drink to wish good luck or celebrate success with you, gamble means run or jump happily. Personification is here, figure of speech is given, my soul in true thanksgiving speaks for this modest of physics. And metaphor, that you are not me and I am not you. So that is metaphor. I am not like you, you are not like me. So that is the meaning here. Without like it is said, so it is a metaphor. They do not ever in their dealings when snaps the knee and cracks the wrist. So they do not ever in their dealings when snaps the knee and cracks the wrist. So when snaps the knee and cracks the wrist. So even these two things are alliteration. So you can find that they and they. So here it is given when snaps the knee and cracks the wrist. So when and wrist is the alliteration given. Okay, children, we have completed the second part of the confession. And see, you understood the poem. The first part we learned that the sports personality is very good and he was just playing the games, and they were enjoying the games. So there were 3-person athlete, a boxer and a horse rider, and the poet doesn't want to be a sports personality like them, and he is feeling very happy and glad that he was not there. That means he is not a sports personality and the sports personality is not the spectator like them. So you understand the thing, and you enjoyed the poem, I believe, children. We will meet you in the next class with the next chapter. Thank you. Until then, see you, children.